Hey guys, Rochelle here at The Lifestyling. Thanks for joining us today. I had previously done a quick little video for you guys in regards to goal setting and what you need to do in your life to kind of figure out the areas that you need to look at to then start formulating goals. So today I want to talk about goal setting, and I really want to talk about the ability to clearly see through your goal setting process. Most goals fail because no one actually has a clear plan laid out. And if we understand how the mind works, the mind needs a pattern. It needs signs. It needs steps, just like anything. So what you need to do is you need to formulate your goals as such. Once you have created an area in your life where you need to have a goal, attain a relationship. Okay, very easy. So how do I go about doing that and setting, because anyone can say, yep, gonna find love this year. That's what it's gonna do. Gonna lose 10 pounds, gonna lose 50 pounds, and it never happens because that's not an effective goal. You can't just say it. Number one, you have to stop, think about what's gonna happen. I'm going to write partner down. The want to share, communication, and support, stability, love, happiness, jokes. That's what kind of platform that I want. So it's not just a relationship. What type of relationship are you looking for? So take a piece of paper out, write it down. You are 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. So that's step one. You're halfway there now. Once you have found the goal that you want, you need to then write it down. Once you write it down, I want you to tell me how you're going to achieve that. How are you going to get it? First of all, start by asking yourself, what are you good at? Okay? Start on a positive note. What are you good at? This is my goal. Once you take that, now I want you to ask yourself, what do you want? Write down everything that you want. Then I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, how do I get that? You have the answers. The answers are right in front of you. You've created now not only just writing what you want down, you figured out what you're good at within that want, what you want out of that want, and now you know how to achieve it. You have given your brain a pattern, steps to actually achieve this. So you can put in motion in the future what that is going to look and feel like. So once you have done that, ask yourself, what is it going to feel like when you achieve this goal? Put yourself in that moment of achievement. Think about the people that are going to surround you, how you are going to feel, what the definition to you about accomplishing that goal is going to mean, and how long do you think that will last? The scary part about goal setting is people think they take one goal, they set it, they achieve it, and then what? Most people never get to that then what part because they never actually achieve their goal, because they've never set proper steps up to see whether or not they're going to actually fulfill that goal and what happens when they do. You have to think past the achievement. So if you switch your mindset to just thinking, I want this, and change it to, I want this because of this, is going to allow you to achieve that a heck of a lot quicker because you've now created the steps and the path to follow. You have to almost future cast yourself in that position. Now remember, goals are not just about you, folks. They're about the people that surround you. So you can say tomorrow, I want to be an astronaut. You can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. You can formulate a pattern of achievement to get to that goal and achieve it. Anybody can. The trick is how is that going to look when you get there? And what sacrifices will everyone around you have to make for you to get there? Some people think that when you goal set, it's just about yourself, and it's not. A really great example of this was a gentleman who wanted, his goal setting was, I want a house in Ireland when I retire. So that was his goal. So he worked his whole life to get to that goal and do that. And in the process of doing that, he had to be away from his family a lot because he was working more hours to get the income to have two homes. So that also put a lot of pressure on not only his family, but his children and his relationships. And he ended up going and working, and I love this because he did. He ended up going and working his ass off to get the money, and he had enough money to do it. So by the time he had that retirement goal, he was ready to do this. And he sat down with his wife and he said, okay, you know, we're going to go buy property there. And not once along this journey did he ask his wife, or his kids for that matter, if they wanted to spend retirement in Ireland. At this time, the kids were now grown up. They had families of their own. They had grandchildren. And the one thing his wife said was, I don't want to be away from my kids and my grandbabies and my family. I don't want that. You know, like that's something that I know we've worked our whole lives for, but now we have so much here. Why would we go away from that? And it wasn't until that moment of 29 years of busting ass to get to that goal that when he had the ability to achieve it, it changed. You have to take into consideration what that's going to look like with the people around you, because it might not fit their goals. It might not fit their motto. It might not fit their outlook on what this life is going to be. Everybody's dream of success or goals or achievements are different on every level for so many different reasons. You cannot expect just because you're married to somebody that that's exactly the same thing that they want. So, I mean, I think this is a big, huge, goals in relationships are one of the messiest things. That's why I brought up relationships. Goals for finance and career and spirituality are quite straightforward. It's not until we put an emotional attachment on it that goals can be changed and perceived as something different than they were before. So I want you to really, really take a hard look at how you're setting goals. Make sure you're future casting. Make sure you're seeing yourself and in those paces and what they look like and what happens when you win. Because I've talked about this, in mindset so much. Mindset is equally as important, because what you focus on is what you feel. So if you're feeling like this is amazing and this is great, you're going to get those types of results. If you're not feeling it, it's not right for you. You're going to put the wrong energy into something. So do make sure that it is something that you want and that you're passionate about, and that you've done the soul searching so you can answer those questions of what you want and why you want to go in those paths, in those areas. I've always said, if you could rewind and take your life back 20 years, what would you do? Where would you go? What goals would you have? If you had no kids, no relationships, fresh out of university, you had the option to do anything in this world, what would you do? You have that ability. You have the world in your hands. So please go set goals, set lots of goals. And when you think you're getting close to accomplishing a goal, set another goal. Doesn't mean take your focus off that goal. It just means you need to be prepared. You have to understand that while you're working up that mountain to try to achieve that goal, when you get there, it feels great. It feels amazing. Let me tell you, I've accomplished so much in my life at this point that I never stop making goals because I achieve them so much. But let me tell you, the first time I ever achieved a really, really, really big goal that I set for myself, is a very big personal goal. Once I achieved that, let me tell you, that mountain was like climbing a mountain with forks to get up it. But when I got there, the level of achievement felt good for maybe an hour. It honestly did. It was like 6 years of work to get to an hour of feeling good about myself, and then you start to go back down that mountain. So always remember, once you get to that peak, you got to know, bam, I just did that, but hey, this one's almost there, this one's in works, this one's in works, so that you're never hitting a low. You're constantly climbing the mountains to success every day. Every day is a complete journey to another mountaintop, to another goal, to another set of dreams that you are accomplishing. You can do it. Everyone can do it. Please start by writing them down. You're halfway there if you've got it written on paper. Start executing an idea of how that's going to look at the end of it, and I guarantee you will get there 10 times quicker, more efficiently, with less stress, because you have a path to follow. Now go out there. fulfill every single dream in every aspect of your life and don't turn around. We get a very, very limited amount of time here on earth. Don't waste it. Be the best that you can be. Thanks for joining us, guys, today. Please note, I am going to be back here with some more golf stuff for you and some fashion. So sorry you've been away. Again, if you like this, subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends. If not, just remember that being the best you that you can be every day with nonstop growth is what's going to put back into this world, to your family, to yourself. So just be the best you today, okay? Thanks, guys.